here we go. OGDuffy, that's me, top 10 all-time arcade games from the 1980s. Here we go. And flying straight into number 10 to kick things off, we got the classic 1942 by Capcom game. This is an awesome game, straightforward shoot 'em up, planes flying towards you. You got to shoot them or they shoot you. It's that simple. It was a great game. Featured power-ups, which was nice. As you can see here, you get these red planes coming in sequence, and if you get all of them in the sequence, it drops a POW, and you pick it up, and next thing you know, you've got a little power-up. Power-up features extra bullets, extra little side planes, clear the screen, extra rolls, all that sort of thing. Now, talking about the rolls, indicated in the bottom right corner, you had 3 rolls in this game, which is a nice little extra. Basically, you'd hit that button, and you'd roll the plane, which means you couldn't shoot at the time, and you could dodge bullets. Never bothered with this. It was just difficult enough for me just to shoot the planes, but a great game. If you've not played it, do so. And coming in at number 9, another shoot 'em up, but this time of a space age. This is the classic RType by RM Corporation. Produced many great games during the 80s, and as you can see with this one, it was great graphically, very bright, great adaptations on all home consoles as well from this, but this is obviously the arcade version. And the sound effects were great little soundtrack, lovely bright sprites, and as you can see, great power-ups. It gave you an awful lot of power-ups in very similar vein to sort of Nemesis and or Gradius, which are both the same thing. Also, you could get a giant laser blast on this if you held down your fire button. It built your beam and allowed for extra power. And then the level bosses, etc. Great game. Here we go, in 8th position, the mighty Kung Fu Master, kicking and punching its way straight in. Now, this again was by the RM Corporation. Made some great games, and this was 1984's effort. Basically, only 3 moves on this. You could jump and stuff. There was a punch, there was a crouch punch, there was a kick, and a jumping kick like you saw there. Basically, in a nutshell, your missus, girlfriend, whatever she is to you, Sylvia, I believe her name, has been kidnapped, taken by some nasty kung fu type effort geezer, and it's your job to go through all 5 levels, making your way along the corridor, dodging knives, killing the enemies by punching and kicking them, taking them out, and then there'll be a boss at the end of every level. You take him out, and it gets you 1 step nearer to get into your Sylvia on level 5. So, what happens when you save Sylvia? You've got it. It starts all over again. In 7th position, the classic Dragon's Lair. It needs no introduction, just watch and enjoy.
Dragon's Lair, a fantasy adventure where you become a valiant knight on a quest to rescue the fair princess from the clutches of an evil dragon. You control the actions of a daring adventurer finding his way through the castle of a dark wizard who has enchanted it with treacherous monsters and obstacles. In the mysterious caverns below the castle, your odyssey continues against the awesome forces that oppose your efforts to reach the Dragon's Lair. Lead on, adventurer. Your quest awaits.
Here we go, in 6th position, Paperboy by Atari Games. Now, this was a great machine, it was a lovely looking cab, and it actually had a set of bike handlebars on, which made it a bit unique, and was a bit of a USP for the game, you know, because people would be attracted to it. In a nutshell, the game was quite simple really. Just ride your bike, make your way up the street, delivering the newspapers to the houses that you're meant to, the subscribed houses. The houses that didn't subscribe, you could smash their windows and things like that and get bonus points, as evidenced right there. But the idea was, there was lots of dodgy people on this street. They'd try to knock you off your bike and all sorts, so staying on your bike was hard as it went. But it was a great game, a great theme. But the big question is this the first time we're going to see Atari in my all-time top 10? Or the last? Will they make another appearance? Here we go, in 5th position, an absolutely amazing game, 1987's Double Dragon. This game was truly unique and I've got such great memories of it from the arcades. It was the one machine I actually saw people queuing to play. There'd be people waiting to put their money into this machine. Now it was great because there was 2 players, there was just you and the other guy, and you could take on the people together, so it was a bit of cooperative play, which was different. It was original for the arcade, it was nice. You could also attack each other if you so wanted to, but it wasn't recommended. Basically you make your way through, fighting hordes of enemies, including giant fellas and some ladies with whips, yes, whips, and make them out, knock them out, make your way through, get to the end and save the lady. But what was different, if you made it through with a partner, you had to fight at the end to see who won the girl. A great game. The mighty company that are Sega.
Get ready.
Outrun needs no introduction. You are racing a Ferrari, as evidenced here. Absolutely amazing. This came in 2 forms. You had a sit-down cockpit version of this game, which was amazing. It was really attractive, and that got a lot of punters in the arcades. And there was a stand-up version as well, which is equally as good playability. Another nice thing with this was right at the very beginning, you have a radio and you choose which song you wanted or tune to play. And it's a quite infamous game because the graphics, everything, gameplay was superb. It wasn't just that, it was the music that went with the game, the accompanying tunes. They were really good songs and very good for the time. Another classic by a great company, Sega. Very respectable sport.
Well done.
So we're now in the top 3, and in 3rd position, the mighty Gauntlet, again from Atari. So this is their 2nd appearance. This was a great game, 4-player co-op, all had your own joystick controls, etc. Basically, it's Dungeons and Dragons in video arcade. But the only problem with this machine, it would swallow your 10p's like no one's business. The more money you put in, the more health you got. I used to play Elf an awful lot. He was the fastest character. He had great magic and he had medium power, so he was a good all-round player to play. Hit the enemy bases like the ghost shells there and just make your way through. Grab treasure, grab food, grab keys. It was a D&D adventure on an arcade machine. It was awesome. In 2nd position, PacMan. Everyone knows this game. Run round the maze, eat all the dots, don't get caught by the ghosts unless you've eaten one of them great power pills, of course. Extra bonus points are available if you collect the fruits that appear randomly in the centre there. Was always a great game, loved it. I still play it to this day, I always go back to it. I'm not the greatest at it, I get to about sheet 5, which is pretty good going for me, and I think about 37,000 is my all-time best score. Great game, love it. Play it. Go on, go give it a game. You won't miss out. Love it.
Of course, we'll be with you.
Red 5 standing by.
Here we go, my number one. Of course, the classic by Atari, Star Wars. What wasn't to love? At that age, Star Wars was huge. I loved Star Wars, I still do. And this was as close as I was ever getting in a Y-Wing fighter and taking on the mighty Empire and shooting down TIE fighters and everything else. So the memories from this were just huge. The sound, the cockpit, everything. You actually climbed in. But I think the biggest thing, even to today, that still draws it as classic and unique, is the controller. It was a great yoke controller. It was just brilliant. There's nothing more to say about this game. It's an amazing game. It's brilliant. I love it. So, that's been my top 10 of games, arcade games of the 80s. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments. And if you don't already do so, please do hit that subscriber button and hit the bell as well, so you get notified of my new top 10s and stuff. And thanks for watching. I've been OGDuffy. Catch you on Twitch, catch you on YouTube, catch you on another channel real soon. Thanks for watching.
You're all clear, kid.